Hi everybody, I'm just going to do some quick weigh-in of the arrows. This first arrow is going to be the Phathead. 510 grains. German Kinetic XL, 125. 508 grains. SlickTrick, 125. Magnum, 512 grains. Grim Reaper Whitetail Special, represent the mechanical division. 496 grain, it's only a 100 grain head. An emerging fan favorite, the QAD Exodus, again another 100 grain head. 494 grains, 493.8. The Nap Killzone, another 100 grain head. 500 grains. And the only single bevel in our film testing today, the Helix. Can't wait to see how this head performs. Thanks, Tim Strickland. 513 grains. Hi guys, this is the reformed gel block that I made. I wanted to just show you a quick shot of the pork shoulder blades that I sunk into the gel block. As I said, it's not quite as crystal clear as it was in prior videos, but I have the suspicion that that has to do with the pork being in the gel and reacting with the mixture. But you can see they're pretty straight up and down, and if you look at it from the front, which is what we're going to be shooting, you'll see that most of the gel block is covered with a shoulder blade on impact. I wanted to give you a little bit of a dimensional reference on the gel block. As you can see, it's about 10 inches wide by about 8 inches high, and it's about 6.5 inches deep. Hi guys, it's Jeff again. I'm here with my friend Todd Ray, who's going to help me out again today. We've weighed the arrows. I've shown you some pictures of the gel block. Now you can see the gel block that's mounted up to some targets. I tried to get the gel block up higher to try and mitigate a little bit of the downward trajectory of the arrows. Now we're going to fling some carbon and see what happens.
Jeff will now be shooting his MR5, 28-inch draw length, 70 pounds, with the SlickTrick 125. This next arrow is German Kinetic 125 grain. This next arrow is a Phathead 125 grain. Is the Helix 125 grain. This will be the last of the fixed broadheads. It'll be the QAD. This will be the first mechanical. It is a Grim Reaper Whitetail Special. This will be the Nap Killzone. This will be the last shot. It is the 2012 Rage Chisel tip on 498 grains broadhead and arrow.
Hey guys, alright, so bigger block definitely helped my accuracy out. As you can see, we have shot 8 broadheads. There's 7 in here. We only had 7 Victory VAP 250s to use. So when we moved the camera to the back of the block, you'll see where the QAD Exodus head was. We unscrewed it, left it right where it was as far as penetration, recovered that arrow, and then shot the Rage with that same arrow as the 8th arrow into the target. So what I tried to do this time was tried my best to get all the arrows across or a similar level in the gel so that there wouldn't be any adverse effect of the weight of the gel above an arrow hitting lower, which would cause it to dip down. We have confirmed by looking at things that all 8 arrows absolutely all hit shoulder blades, and as Todd moves the camera to the back of the target and maybe can zoom in on a few, we certainly had 3 clear performers in this test with real bone in the gel. The SlickTrick 125, the Helix, and the German Kinetic place 1, 2, and 3 in the fixed head category. The new Rage Chisel Tip 100, certainly the farthest penetration by 8-10 inches over the Grim Reaper Whitetail Special. The tip that you can barely see coming through the gel block is the Nap Killzone. So let's move around back to the front of the block and take a look a little bit at entry holes. So as you can see, the SlickTrick made, again, 4-blade fixed head, super deep penetration. I can tell that it went right through the middle of a shoulder plate. The arrow right above it in that same shoulder plate that was already broken is the Nap Killzone. So the entry hole on the Nap Killzone, very small. So it almost appears as if the blades didn't deploy on entry. You can see the Grim Reaper Whitetail Special entry hole. This is unreal. All 3 blades were open on deployment. It's a massive, massive cut. But again, at the back of the gel, there's nowhere near the same cutting that took place. So something happened after it encountered the bone and the blades closed back up. Okay, so Todd, if you don't mind getting a shot at the top of this, so you can see the top and the side. You can see where I positioned the shoulder blades to be as level as possible. And you can see by where the arrows are at that all the arrows definitely encountered shoulder blades. Not sure if this is conclusive for anything other than which heads might hit shoulder blades better, but this, the SlickTrick again, the Helix did awesome. I wish I could see more of the wound channel in the Helix because I really would like to see that spiral wound channel, but I can tell you that it definitely continued to spin once it encountered the target. So to me, that's going to cut a spiral type of wound channel, almost like corn and apple. Really interested to see how that does on an animal this year. And guys, that's about it for today. I'm going to abuse the rest of the gel with some other broadheads that we have. If we get anything that comes close to where the German Kinetic, the SlickTrick, and the Helix penetrated to on this test, we'll be sure to document that and get it right up on the thread. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this last test. Hey guys, just a little bit of bonus footage. Todd and I thought that it would be good to have a showdown between the German Kinetic and the SlickTrick and see which one lost their edge quickest. So this is the second shot into the gel, and you can see they were pretty close. The SlickTrick won the penetration battle the first time. These are almost dead nuts even, and saved by the bell. Todd's phone's ringing. So we're going to shoot it again the third time and see what happens. Good. Hey guys, well, after the third shot in overtime to try and determine an ultimate winner, as you can see from the 2 arrows, we definitely have a winner this time by about 6 inches. And the winner is, Todd?
German Kinetic.
Looks like the German Kinetic. Maintained its blade. It's about, maybe an inch or so less than the previous 2 shots as far as penetration. And while the SlickTrick put up a valiant fight, I would say in overtime here, as we continued to shoot the same broadheads and the same arrows at the same gel block, alternating which side of the gel block we shot with each arrow each time, the German Kinetic finally came out on top. Thanks guys, that's it.
Hey, the one thing I'd like to say, Jeff, is that we've been told now for probably 3 or 4 years that when you're shooting a bow with high velocity and you're shooting these at about 300 feet per second, that the fixed broadheads don't tend to fly very well, and that's why they were going to mechanicals. Having seen you do this test several times now, they're absolutely proved that these fixed broadheads fly every bit as good as a field tip.
All right, thanks Todd. See you guys. Hope you enjoyed it.